Hello, beautiful sacred beings. This is Anna Kowalska, the hostess of Sacred Success Salon. And I'm here today with Monica Carless, who is an intuitive coach and a beautiful author. Welcome, Monica.
Welcome to you as well. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, my dog just decided to say something. So we are just shooting this quick, sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
I usually let him go outside and I just totally didn't do it. So that's what happens when we do TV video. So I invited Monica to be here with us today because she wrote something really beautiful about dark moon and a new moon. And we are setting intentions tomorrow with a new moon. Monica is one of our guest experts, and you're going to get to hear a tremendous wisdom from her in the salon. But today is really special in cycles of the moon, which we work very closely with. So I asked Monica if she could come here and share it with you guys, some more magic that didn't get to make it to the interview. So Monica, let's just talk for a few minutes about the dark moon and what it is and the difference between dark and new moon.
Okay, so traditionally in the modern times right now, dark moon is actually called new moon because it is when the new cycle of the moon's phases is starting. So modern astrology and astronomy is calling it new moon. But I, as a solitary witch, and other people who are followers of Luna, distinguish between dark moon and new moon by observing and honoring the one night of the month where the moon is actually missing from the night sky. And so it's a powerful portal because we can enter that portal in solitude and introspection and find the rest, the deep rest that we need between phases. So we've just been waning from full. Now we're in dark, and tomorrow on the new moon, when the first light of the first crescent moon appears in the sky, then we start waxing again towards full illumination at the full moon again. So you can see how the universe kind of provides us with this momentary pause. And we don't take it because we jump immediately from the waning phase into new, and we start manifesting on a night that is really meant for solitude and introspection. So tonight on the dark moon, we go deep. We can seek our edges. We can ask for guidance about what our shadows are, and we take that deep rest. And then tomorrow on the new moon is when we cast our dream seeds. And so the energy is so different on the two nights, but because we're always rushing to the light, we miss this dark moon phase. So I like to distinguish, and that's why I write about the dark moon and try to educate about it, because I feel like we're missing this crucial part of our journey every month, which is kind of like a mini year, you know?
Yes. Yeah. And we have a conversation with a couple of the experts you included about working with cycles and really using the power of the moon and helping us manifest every month instead of waiting for the whole entire year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I loved finding this pause today. And I was just commenting to another expert when I set the date for Sacred Success Salon to launch. It was sort of a calculated decision when I would do it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that, and of course I was guided because I always ask for guidance, right? But it's starting on Wednesday, which is in the new moon window. So so tomorrow, you guys, if you want to join us here in Facebook, I'll be doing a quick new moon intention setting ceremony for the salon, and you can join me in so you can set your intentions. But today what you can do is ask, pause, right? So is it like, go ahead.
You can pause, and introspection is really important because when we're missing that introspection piece, we're not really listening to ourselves. And the whole point of going through life is to be mindful of ourselves, you know, listening to our inner wisdom, our higher guide. And so when we miss that piece in the month, I feel like it doesn't set us up properly for the whole next cycle. So, and that's when I call Lilith in as well.
Yes. Can you talk about Lilith for a minute? And I'm just going to share this because I pulled the card from my goddess deck. Lilith is about power. And no, yes, is she?
Power and sovereignty.
sovereignty, which is, I love the word sovereignty. Okay, can you introduce us to Lilith and how we can work with Lilith today?
Okay, Lilith is an energy that we can call in just like any other energy. She's an ally. I like to work with different energies, like whatever is present for me right now. Like right now, Lilith is very present because she does carry that symbolism of power and sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
And sovereignty is also different for different people. Like right now, and why I'm attracted to her right now, and I'm sure why you're attracted to her right now, is because you're in that phase of exploring, you know, your own sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to call her in as an energy that I can work with to amplify what I already know to be true for myself. So when I'm seeking sovereignty, I'm seeking sovereignty in my thoughts, in my actions, and in my spirituality. And Lilith is kind of a dark goddess. You know, she comes from kind of a tradition of, she was actually, well, should I just go ahead and say quickly who she was in the kind
Please.
of, yeah, okay, sorry. Because I'm just assuming everybody knows who she is.
But that's not the case, may not be the case.
Yeah, so just quickly, she was purported to be the first wife of Adam, and because she had her own ideas, she had her own thoughts, and she didn't want to be, she wanted to be sovereign, and she wanted to make her own decisions, and how she lived within the Garden of Eden, she wanted to listen to her own voice. She was sent away and later demonized, which I feel was kind of like setting up the whole of femininity and the whole divine feminine as a demon and something that to be afraid of and squashed.
Yeah.
So right now, as the divine feminine is rising, Lilith is really rising up in us individually, and she's teaching us about sovereignty, about holding our own voice, and about finding power within ourselves.
Mm-hmm. As you sharing about how I literally can feel this rawness rising, this raw energy just rising up through my body. Yes. Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, I love working with Lilith, and you're absolutely right. And so we can call on Lilith to help us, to help guide us into finding that our innate power, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our innate power, our voice, remembering that she's kind of like a shadow queen, and we have our own shadows. And so she helps us to uncover those shadows, and they're not necessarily anything to be afraid of or to be like to shove aside. Our shadows is where our power lies. It's where we find our greatest intuition and our greatest tapping into that chaos as well. That is really a part of the divine feminine, is really important. And Lilith is an energy that helps to amplify that. So when you ask her to come in to be an ally in your day or in your meditation or in your dark moon practice, which actually in my article on Elephant Journal, people can find a ritual for the dark moon and a ritual for the next full moon cycle. Mm-hmm. You know, you're just asking another part of yourself that is personified by Lilith to come forth.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm going to link, put the link to the article underneath in the comments underneath this video. Yeah, it's a really, I mean, that's the article that was just like, oh my gosh, I have to invite Monica today and speak about Lilith, because it is so appropriate to the conversation we're having that frame the whole sacred success. And you guys, we're talking about tangible things. Some of the experts are very system oriented, even though they're sacred beings and they totally are in tune with cycles. They teach systems. And then we have experts like Monica, who, I mean, she's written books, so she's very connected to being here in the physical world. Yet she so beautifully connects to these other energies, calls them in to help us have guidance, our own guidance to our sacred success and tap into our power and purpose and perspective.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And I think that I want to now write about the sacred pause, because when we don't pause in our lives and in our day, like there needs to be a pause in everything that we do, because look at nature. She's pausing during winter.
Yep.
And we can have winter in a 24-hour cycle. We can have winter in a monthly cycle. We can have winter in a yearly cycle. So it's really important to honor that within ourselves, that we really need that pause, and that the universe is going to support us in that pause, that nothing's going to fall apart when we stop.
Mm-hmm.
The world is not going to end. The sun is going to rise tomorrow. But that darkness and that pause is just an integral part of ourselves that we just, in the modern world, don't really connect with.
Yes, write about it. I just got chills all over my body when you said I need to write about sacred pause. So write about it. Thank you so much, Monica. I appreciate you giving us extra time, because you guys, you can hear the whole interview in the series of Sacred Success Salon Conversations. You'll get to learn more about Monica then, and you get to get a free gift from her. So I know, yeah, I'm so excited for your interview. So take a pause today, whether you take it for 5 minutes or an hour. Take a sacred pause. Call in Lilith, whether you know how to do it or not. Just trust that it's happening, and ask her to guide you into your whatever shadows you need to look at. So tomorrow, when we come and set intention for the series, you had the space to kind of pause, recalibrate, get some insight, right?
Yeah. And the way to call her in is really by intention. And you just said the word intention, but it's really just, as soon as you make that intention that you want to call her in, she's there, because she's part of you. So it's all happening.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I love that, Monica. You are so precious, and thank you so much for your generosity.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll see you at the interview.
See you then.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, Monica. Bye, everybody.